Good morning, y'all. It's your girl Tiffany back at the channel. So everybody always saying I don't post enough. Quita's always saying I don't post enough. So I decided to show my face. I'm sitting here at work. But my client is getting her nails done. So I decided to sit outside in the car and just talk to you guys. How y'all doing? So I'm a PCA. I love what I do. I love taking care of elderly people. It brings me joy. She wanted to get her nails done today. She was tired of sitting in the house. So I said, okay, let's just go get your nails done. I'll drive you, enjoy the day. Might stop some other places and just walk around later on, but for now I'm just sitting here. It's 10:41. It's gonna probably take her about an hour and a half to get her nails done, her feet done. Pet by herself. It makes her happy. I've been thinking, and the reason why I haven't posted is because I've been trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to say and what I wanted to post. So I just decided to say, forget it. Let's just post. The topic that kept coming to mind, I guess I'm going to call this a little story time, is why I just like to move when I like to move. I've never been big on, following people and what they do. I am, at the same time, skeptical, and I, take everybody's words to heart, and I'm sensitive at certain points. But at the same time, I just like to move. I took a journey 7 years ago to Virginia. I was from New York. Been here now for 7 years in May. And it's been a challenge, but it's also been an adventure. It's also been a learning experience. I came down here for love. I also came down here for a change of scenery, for a peaceful mindset. A lot of different things had happened in New York. Not negative, not all so bad, but I just wanted to change, I said, okay, I can't find the happiness that I wanted in New York. I did the same thing in New York, and I did enjoy it as well, but I just wanted to change, living in my mom's house. Rent is expensive in New York, y'all. Like, it's so expensive. And I came out of college, and I just didn't know what direction I wanted to take, where I wanted to go. It was so hard for me to find a job that, I felt a passion for, that paid well, that I could survive on, that I can enjoy. And I do miss New York. I miss certain people. I miss my best friend, because he's my ride or die, y'all. He definitely is my ride or die. Like, whenever I needed him, he was always coming through. Even now down here, like, I call him and say, hey, bestie, and he'll answer. When my grandmother passed, he was the first one that came about. But everybody told me when I got ready to move, oh, you shouldn't do it, But I was like, why not? Like, it's life. You gotta live, you gotta learn, you gotta fall, you gotta fail. And I done had some failing experiences down here, but it hasn't broken me. Like, my faith has always been strong. My faith has always been unchangeable. Like, I've always lived on the word. I grew up in church. I was in church my entire life, like from child to up. Always been in church. And that time where they say you gotta learn, you have to find your own faith. You have to find your own belief. You gotta find your own relationship with God. Like, my mom told me about God growing up. I've had different inspirations. My godmother, my grandmother, and other people. They've always said you gotta love the Lord, you gotta trust God, you gotta keep praying, keep believing. And I've done that. And even when I hit rock bottom sometimes, and I don't find that faith, and I don't find that need to be, and just feel like giving up sometimes, I still trust them. So I came down here with $300, and I said, okay, we're gonna make it work. Now, the weekend that I moved down here happened to be my girlfriend at the time's birthday weekend. So, okay, I made sure she was happy, made sure she had whatever it was that she wanted. But I still had to survive too, because as I said, I moved down here and didn't have nothing. Luckily, before I moved down, we had already found a place. It was me, my ex, and my bro, rest in peace. And then, we had some roommates with us as well. They was my people. I felt like I kept getting knocked down after knockdown after knockdown, but at the same time I was getting blessings after blessings after blessings. My first job down here was a cleaning company, a rag coats cleaning company, and that was cool. It was easy, no questions asked. And then I was going to a church called Refuge Nation. Still go, from time to time, try to keep my faith intact. It's a non-denominational. I've always been raised in a Baptist church, so I wasn't 100% sure how I was going to fit into that denomination. However, the faith is still the same. Everything is still the same. One of my sisters at the church, I'm gonna call her Sister Sledge because that's what I've always called her, Sister Sledge. Sister Sledge, her husband worked at a call center. Call center. And I've never done a call center, guys. I've done fast food, I've done like nursing stuff, but never did call center. So that's okay. Let's try that out. I did it. I enjoyed it. I did that for like a year, and I actually enjoyed the people. I enjoyed the people that I met, the different experiences that I've experienced, the different knowledge that came with it. I enjoyed it. But my only problem was I don't have that much empathy. And I've tried over the years, but I have compassion and I have sympathy, but I don't really have empathy for people. I feel like whatever's meant for you will be, but there's no point of crying about it because it's not going to change the situation. You just got to live, you got to learn. So that was why I lost that job, because they said I don't have enough empathy. I worked for a company that I guess dealt with UPS and their packages and stuff, and international. Learned all the ins and out of that, and it was fun actually, learning all that different stuff and how they packages and how they how they get messages through to people, how they send packages internationally, picking up. Learned all that. It was fun, but it wasn't for me. So it was a lot at that time. I think I was like I said, it was my first year down here, maybe my second year. That was in 2016. And I was it was cool, but I wanted to change at the same time. And at the time, I was missing my grandmother. She lived in Florida, and normally I was used to seeing her once or twice throughout the year. Every year she came down to the city, she would see me. That never changed. She was my foster grandmother because I'm adopted. However, blood couldn't make us closer, and that bond always stayed the same. She never changed up on me. Even after I left that family, they have those rules and regulations that you're not supposed to keep in contact with other family. However, I love my mom because she never changed my relationship with her. She never told me I couldn't talk to her. She understood that I loved her and I wanted her in my life, and that made me comfortable. That made me me. So she never changed that. So at the time, I was at work one weekend, and it was the celebration of her 60th birthday. I want to go with. Might have been, she was retiring. It was either her 50th or 60th birthday, and I wanted to be there. It was a milestone, and I felt some type of way because I couldn't be there for that. But I started lashing out a little bit. Had a lot of ups and downs in the relationship. I'm not gonna say I was perfect. I'm not gonna say they was perfect. It just was a lot going on, between losing jobs, everybody around me just losing jobs left to right, everybody just losing the jobs. But I still tried to do what I could do and what I was supposed to do to survive. I was determined, not to give up, not to run back home. Even though everybody kept saying, "Oh, you should just come back home," I was just like, "No, I'm gonna make it work." After I left that, I ended up going to Waffle House, and Waffle House to me, I've been back and forth there for 3 to 5 years. Back and forth. I've worked there for a year or two, left, went back, left, came back. But Waffle House is always gonna be that place, because if you ever want a job, y'all, Waffle House hires anybody, and it really is a family. You can learn so much from them. The people that you meet, like I say, I enjoy my elderly people, so it's always been like a lot of older people that came in there and listened to their knowledge and stuff. It was always cool, but they always said, you got something better for you. Like, this ain't it for you. You gotta, keep trying. One night I was working overnight at Waffle House, and a manager from a group home came in, and like I said, I've always enjoyed nursing. Can't really do like nursing because that's a long process, and I don't be having the patience, but I guess if I put my mind to it, I can do it. But it was a group home for disabled and mentally challenged individuals, adult individuals. So I said, okay, I'll try it. Did that. Again, I loved it. Like, I really did love it. I love the individuals. Like, people always some people like to judge individuals that has challenges, autism, retarded, all of that. They always want to judge them, but they are some real smart individuals if you take the chance to get to know them and talk to them. So I did that and enjoyed that. Then I met Quita in my journey of life, and we decided to talk to each other and get to know each other and see where the journey took us. Talked on the phone all the time whenever we got a chance to, and it just became a lot because I lived in Newport News and she lived in Norfolk, so the traveling wise, it was a lot because I didn't have a car at the time. So public transportation down here was definitely different from New York. Like, I'm used to New York where it's 24-hour transportation. You can find a bus or a train and get you to your destination. You can walk there and be fine with it, but in Virginia it was different. You definitely needed a car or know somebody that had a car to get you around. Public transportation was okay, but the 30 minutes to 45 minutes, I don't have the patience to wait for this transportation. So I had, one of my friends, one of my homegirls, she used to take me to and from work. We both had the job. We both got it at the same time. We both were, trying something new for the first time, and we got the job right away. We did that. Met a lot of amazing individuals. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, met a lot of different individuals, and I enjoyed it. Let me see that. Sorry, I'm sitting here outside the nail shop, and I think the nail people have their mom and dad here, so we hear about them. They talk about us, but didn't see, never met them. Anywho, so after I did that, the transportation wise was too far, so I gave it up to be closer to this side and not to spend so much traveling, and went back to Waffle House because that's what I'm comfortable with. And then I went to Walmart. Yeah, I don't have nothing against Walmart. Like, it's a cool company, but it's too much drama. People, they gossipers. Like, they like to start stuff that don't need to be started. Say things that don't need to be said. Just too much. People worry more. Like, you're supposed to be able to talk to your people at your job, but at the same time, you're not there to make friends. You're there to make money. So I'm always gonna be about my money at the end of the day. Like, you ain't gonna stop my grind. I've always been working. That's just who I am. My eyebrows is off fleek, y'all. And let me just tell y'all, I've never really got my eyebrows done. Like, they've just been natural. I messed up this one time because I was sitting here playing with it. I don't remember which one, but I was sitting here playing with it one day. But they still come out. I remember when I was younger, one of my first ladies at one of my churches was like, "Did you get your eyebrows done?" I was like 9 years old. Like, no, they just natural. They just come like that. But anywho, yeah, like, I just wasn't for me. But ended up again going back to nursing, like I said, and I love what I do. Like, my client makes it worth my while. Like, sometimes I get frustrated, sometimes I get irritated, not with her, just in general, like the hours or not wanting to get up and go. But I actually love what I do. Like, it don't pay that much, but like, when you love what you do, like, I love putting a smile on my client's face. I love putting her positive spot. I love our conversations. I love the wisdom behind it. But my moral for the story is literally, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Like, don't let fear stand in your way if you decide you want to make a change. If you don't know how you're gonna do it, if you gonna fail. Life, you can't succeed in life if you don't fail. And I've had to learn that the hard way. Like, some days I really be wanting to give up and say, this ain't it. Like, this ain't it for me. But you really got to trust God. Like, if you have the faith that you say you have to trust God. Like, some people don't believe in God, and I'm not knocking it. I got some atheist friends that's, they dope people, and they believe in what they believe in, and I'm not here to judge nobody. I got Muslims, I know a lot of people. But for me, for myself, my faith will always stand the test. You just gotta, whatever you decide to put your mind to, whatever you feel is right for you, you gotta take that chance. Never let anybody try to steal your joy, because there's always gonna be somebody out here that's gonna hate on you, or tell you you can't do something, or they don't believe that you can. But it's not for them. At the end of the day, it's for you. And if you want to do it, you have to do it for you. That's all I want to say, y'all. Like, even in relationships, people will tell you, oh, that's not the one for you. Oh, you shouldn't this, you shouldn't that. If you happy, be happy. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all to stay in a relationship where you feel like you are not growing, or you feel like you're not, it's not good for you. Like, never stay in a relationship where you're just content. Just be happy. Be happy. Like, I have my days. My relationship is not perfect. Like, we have our ups and downs and whatever. But myself, like, I feel like when you take a vow, you take that vow before God to wither through the storm. It says for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, for sickness and health. You gotta live by those vows. But you can't lose yourself in the midst of being married. Like, you can't lose what makes you you. People will want to change you, and people will want to say this and that, but you gotta do what makes you happy, and what makes your partner happy at the same time. You gotta make sure your partner's happy, because they do say a happy wife is a happy life. And it really don't matter the sex of the person, of the individual. Like, they could be a male, they could be female. If they make you happy, follow your dream. Like, don't let nobody tell you, oh, that's you going to hell. We all going to hell. We all come short of the glory of God. Like, we just got to live your life. Make you happy. I don't regret my decision to move to Virginia. It gets trying sometimes, and it gets stressful sometimes, but like I said, my faith will continue to pull me through. I've never been one to give up on anything, so I just, you just got to keep going. But that was just a quick one. I don't really know what to call this video. Like, it was just kind of me venting, me talking about life. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn your notification bell so you don't ever miss a great video. The kids is definitely gonna keep pranking, and Quita's gonna keep doing the same thing. So y'all just stay tuned. I'll talk to y'all later.